This video is brought to you by Greenman Gaming. Click the link below to get some incredible deals on some amazing games, which also includes Pragmata. Disclaimer, I will not be spoiling anything past the second mission in this game, so you don't really have to worry about anything major being spoiled to you here. So I've been playing through Pragmata, and if you're just here to know if the game's good or not, well, it is good. It's really good. It's really fun. It is probably the biggest surprise of 2026, I'm gonna be honest. When this game was first announced back in 2022, I think it was, I had no interest in it. I didn't care. The premise didn't intrigue me. I thought it looked a bit generic and, you know, all that shit. But yeah, now that I've played it, that couldn't have been further from the truth, because Pragmata is very unique, and in a sea of play it safe slop AAA games, it is a breath of fresh air, I can't lie. It really does feel like the developers were experimenting with the gameplay here and taking a massive risk, because this is a big budget game that also is definitely not going to appeal to a lot of people, and I respect that. I respect that they've done that. Luckily, it's paid off. The game's doing very well. It's currently sat at overwhelmingly positive on Steam. So Pragmata has you playing as some astronaut guy, and he gets separated from his team. I think most of them die, and all the androids that were being printed on there become like evil and sentient, and they're the enemies. That's all you really need to know. He meets this android little girl, and they gain like a father-daughter relationship throughout the game, and it is very wholesome and it is very sweet. But let's talk about the gameplay, because gameplay wise, that is where Pragmata really shines. The story, I could take it or leave it. There is a lot of really sweet moments between Hugh and Diana, but yeah, let's talk about the gameplay. That's the main thing. So Pragmata is a third-person shooter, an over-the-shoulder third-person shooter, which, you know, is not out of the ordinary for a Capcom game. You'd probably look at this and think, oh yeah, this is just another Resident Evil game. But no. Pragmata is different, because your guns are basically useless against almost every single enemy in the game, which is where Diana comes in, the little robot girl. She's able to hack all the enemies, which kind of like opens them up and shows the weak spots. You are actually able to damage them without doing this, but you do like a minuscule amount of damage. You barely scrape the bastards. And to open these enemies up, you need to do like this puzzle mini game in real time while the enemies are trying to attack you, where you have to guide like blocks. Have you ever played the Yakuza dancing minigame, you know, in Yakuza 0? It is the best way I can put it. It is like that, where you need to strategically guide the blocks to the correct place, going through every single like element on there as you can to enhance the amount of damage you do. And there's a lot of strategy to this. You can unlock different nodes later which do things like increase damage, stun multiple enemies in a radius, or the hell, there's even a node for doing takedowns on enemies, which is incredibly satisfying to do, especially on those big like baby robots. They freak me out. I hate that. It does feel like a horror game sometimes with the design of some of these androids. I also really like with these ones actually that they have elements outside of the hacking minigame that can impact the hacking minigame, if that makes sense. So in the second level, there's those giant baby androids that I just mentioned, and when you damage them enough, they get these red plates on their face, which are actually blocking the hacking thing for Diana. You need to aim and shoot those red plates to get rid of those, so Diana can actually hack them and show the weak spot. And that is so cool. That is so interesting and cool, and I really like it. And obviously it's introduced on that mission, and when it gets to the boss fight, he has a bunch of those red plates on him all over his body, and it's just awesome. It's great. I'm having a great time with this game, genuinely. It plays incredibly well. But whilst we're on the topic of the combat, I just want to say the weapon system is heavily similar to Vanquish. And that gets this game in my good books. If you're inspired by the best third-person shooter ever made, that's a yes from me. If you don't know what I'm on about, basically, you have your main weapon, which is a pistol. You can't get rid of that. You can upgrade it pretty slow. It reloads slowly, but it's reliable. But you can get other weapons throughout, but you can't keep them. They're kind of like one and done type things. You can upgrade them though in the shelter, the safe house area. And that's just like how Vanquish does it. You can upgrade these weapons that are disposable, but you are picking up things on the fly. You are adapting in the moment, and it makes the gameplay thrilling. It makes you feel like you're scrounging for anything that will give you the upper hand, and you will be doing so, because this game, it's not easy. it is pretty challenging, and I really like that about it. And before I continue in this video, I just want to say that you can get the game for yourself. Green Man Gaming, it should be 18% off currently, and yeah, it gets the Proxidist seal of approval if that's what you're looking for. But back to the game though, right? I'll talk about the story here. Whilst the story's not like anything that amazing, like it's not like the best, most gripping story you'll ever play, especially from the get-go, like it's pretty like, it pushes the game along a bit, but you're not like, I'm dying to know what's going on with Hugh, I want to know this guy's backstory, or who is Diana, oh, I want to know the backstory for her as well. I'm pretty indifferent. I do like the characters, I like their relationship, I like that you can build a relationship with Diana in the safe house area, and the more like toys you give her, she starts giving you stuff back, and it's these cute little drawings she does for you. It's sweet, it's nice, I do like these. I also like the little high five he introduces to her, because obviously she's not human, she doesn't know about how humans act, and the first time he tries to high five her, she's really confused, and then the second boss, when you take that down, it's more natural to her, and it's nice. I like that development. It does make me excited to see what happens later in the game, because I haven't finished it as of making this, and I do have a sinking feeling that this game could have a gut-wrenching ending where it does get me really intrigued and involved with these characters just for something horrible to happen. Obviously, I don't know. Someone might spoil in the comments, or I might mention in a video in the future, but you know, I can see that coming. But stories are not Capcom's strong suit, let's be real. Gameplay wise, incredible. Visually, it's an RE Engine game. It looks amazing and it runs on black magic. The RE Engine is an absolute miracle to the industry. They need to share it. They need to share that engine, not for open world games. We've all seen how Dragon's Dogma runs, and we've all seen how Monster Hunter Wilds ran, but for like single player linear narrative games, they need to share this engine with everyone else so they stop using Unreal Engine 5. I recently beat Romeo's a Dead Man. I will be talking about that in a backlog video, and that game, despite how bad it looks visually, ran significantly worse than Pragmata, and I'm gonna have both of them on the screen right now. And I don't even need to like say why that's baffling. Just look at the difference comparatively. So yeah, if you're worried about how it's gonna run, don't worry, because it's the RE engine. But yeah, Pragmata gets the Proxidist seal of approval. Thank you all for watching my little rambly review on Pragmata. I did say I was gonna do more of these on this channel, and yeah, there you go. But before I go, I just want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. That being Finn Trashboat, Nintendo Pro, Profit, Pitstab, Bouncer Storm Productions, and Daniel Levchenko. And a huge thank you to my channel members. That being Drift King 7763, Randomness 7550, Nikki the Pro LP, Matt 2601, Kindly Bacon 18, One Stundy Gaming 340, I think I said that right. I keep messing that one up. Clinton Lake T5C 6X, Wentel Swanky Pants 677, Adriel Low Young 8770, Mr. Salsa 2053, J-Rash, Shake the Heavens, Imdisconcerted, NCR 8111, Courtney Williams DR9TB, Zello 007, On The Go Gaming 109, Eteria Sigma, Quack 29, Plates Fly 8362, Liam Talks About, Chowder 1326, Marshalla 4566, Marcus Platts, Joshua Whitford 5509, Evan Underhill 2342, Bidu Fadoon, Gabriel Padro 5589, Scary 1407, Eggy 613, Rift King 66, Andrea Stewart 8871, Galaxy 11243, Glusky 36, Floaty 38, The Slopped Hog Within, L Hayes 117, also known as some balding guy rambling into the void, Griefgar, and Resistance Line. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.